I'm Major Randy Hart, and I am a shield.
I'm Major Tracy Hart, and I am a shield. Randy and I have been married for 27 wonderful years, and we have actually been with the Salvation Army serving together as a team for more than 24.
August 3rd, 1986 comes. I go to church like I promised my mom, sitting in the pew, and all of a sudden, as the guest speaker, it wasn't my dad preaching that Sunday, the guest speaker got up, starts doing his message. I really don't even remember what it was, but what happened was nothing short of miraculous. I was in the audience, and all of a sudden the room faded, which was an odd thing. It got very, not totally dark, but like almost like twilight, and everybody was silhouetted. It was almost like a brown twilight, except that where I was sitting was very illuminated. And all of a sudden I felt presence of God, and I knew who it was. And it's like he put his hand on my chest and started moving through me. And I couldn't deny that it was his presence. And he was speaking to me without saying anything. My prayer had been answered within 40 seconds, just as I had asked. I went forward, my mom in tears, as she had prayed for me for almost a decade. I went forward, and I gave my heart to the Lord. My life was never the same again.
Basically, God got a hold of me at a youth retreat for the Salvation Army, and I knew, sitting in my seat, that he had more for my life. And the verse that kept coming up was Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." And it was at that moment when an officer with the Salvation Army did a call for officership. And he said, "Hey, come forward if you feel that God is leading you to do this." And I have to tell you that I was always something that I said growing up I would never do. And I found myself walking up on that stage and standing there. And I have to say also that I'm just grateful to God for the opportunity to be in this community. Solano County, from the minute we drove in and I saw all the green and the beautiful hills, and I even saw a big patch of sunflowers as we drove through Vacaville, I just remember saying, I just feel like I can breathe. I can breathe better here. And I remember as we came into the Croc, just the amazement that both my husband and I had. As a previous appointment, we had come from a very poor area, and we just saw this big, beautiful building with the flags waving in the wind. And I swear I could hear the angels singing. To see this community over the last even couple of months come together through the fires and the different things that have happened has really blessed my heart. I feel really fortunate to be able to say that I am a shield, because I feel like I am able to shield people who are struggling, who are hurting, that I'm able to give them practical help. What a blessing that is. As we are approaching the holidays, for me, this is a really busy time of year, but it's also a time of year when I get to see the best in people. And it's a time of year when every year we do distribution, I have 1, 2, sometimes up to 10 families in tears that hug me and thank me with all their heart that we were able to help supplement their Christmas, to give their kids a joyful time and to ease some of their burden and pressure. And that's what it's all about. It's about being the hands and feet of Jesus for me. It's about loving people. My heart really is for kids, as I know that many of them struggle with role models and struggle with self-confidence, and I love that I am able to empower them and to share with them that God has a special plan for them too, and that they have a purpose, and that they are unique, and that they are created in His image. And for me, my heart would be for those kids. My heart is for women that are struggling. We have a lot of single moms in our area, and my heart goes out for them, because it's not easy. It's not easy. But in the Salvation Army, we are able to make a difference with that bell ringing. It is so much more than bell ringing. It is making a difference. It is being that shield. It is helping to feed the hungry. It is being that listening ear. It's giving that kid a toy. It's going to a nursing home and loving on the people there that maybe don't have people coming to see them. It's reaching out to the lonely, the homeless. That's what we're about, and that's where my heart is, and that's what I'm about, and I'm proud to be a shield.